All right, up next, we got local Memphians saying that Trump is not here to clean the streets up, but it's an invasion, and black people need to be aware. Let's deep dive.
They do not want to make Memphis safe again. Trump sending the federal government and the National Guard into Memphis, Tennessee is not about the safety of the citizens. Because if they cared about the safety of the citizens, that $100 million that they took and invested into the infiltration of Memphis, they would have put that same money into MPD, into getting more police officers, into getting more to get them more cars, to get them certified trainings, to build community centers in the community, to build grocery stores, to put more jobs into the community, to put that money back into the schools, into aftercare programs, so that the kids will have somewhere to go to occupy their time, so they would not turn to the streets, and to getting illegal guns off the streets. If they really want to make Memphis safe again, they would not be harassing everyday working people for tent cracks in their windshield or whatever petty things that these people are pulling people over for. It's about keeping you scared. It's about making you silent, and they want to intimidate you. Because to the citizens and the people who live in Memphis, Tennessee, who live in DeSoto County, or just the Mid-South area in general, have we not noticed that even before the election, Donald Trump had billboards in Memphis? Nobody thought that was weird, all them billboards of Donald Trump around the city. This is a majority black city, a Democratic city. Why do we have billboards of Donald Trump in the city? And now that Charlie Kirk is dead, we have Charlie Kirk billboards in the city.
I was gonna try and let her just rock out all the way, but I gotta address a few things, okay? Number one, if you stimulate the community the way that she's saying to stimulate it, you'll have these programs, but it's not gonna change the YN's mind. They're not gonna just, miraculously say, you know what, let's stop beefing and put down the guns and change our behavior from what we were taught in our household. Let's just start going to the community center and settling our beefs with a game of basketball. If they take the guns off the street, that means they got to take the people who are purchasing the guns off the street as well. So the first step is that you got to create law and order and remove all of what's toxic inside of the community before you can start the rebuilding process. It's phases through this type of thing. Secondly, in order for you to even be able to screen the people who you need to search for that could be doing the illegal stuff, you got to pull over everybody. There's no magic radar to determine who's guilty of committing crimes and who's not. You gotta screen through people, and if your tents ain't right and if your tags is expired, you gonna go through that screening process. I'm gonna let it keep going.
So whatever plans they have for Memphis, they've obviously been plotting on Memphis for a long time. I guess that's why Elon Musk is here, but I digress. Because let's also talk about the fact that 201 is a shit show right now. 201 is overcrowded. People are dying in 201. And if you don't know what 201 is, that is the jail in Memphis, in downtown Memphis. People are dying. If they wanted to make Memphis safe again,
criminals are dying.
Build a better jail system. And I'm saying all these things because I'm seeing my fellow black people saying, oh, well, I mean, hey, I can't even be mad. I can finally go outside. And that is true. And it's sad that you can't go outside and you don't feel comfortable going outside. But don't thank Donald Trump. You need to go to your representatives in the Shelby County government and demand for them to put more money into the actual systems of government that keep the community safe, because MPD has been a shit show for a minute. They get no respect in the streets. I'm talking about everybody know that you can do whatever you want to do in Memphis, but you better not cross state lines. You better not go in Mississippi with that. Why? Because Mississippi police do their job. MPD does not. You have the boys in Mississippi who want to be fake gangster, they go across state lines to Memphis to commit their crimes. When I was in high school, that's what they was doing. They be cool in Mississippi and South Haven and go to Memphis and show their ass and think that make them tough. So, like, people saying, oh, I'm not political and I don't believe and I don't get it. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to. Because when you're not political and you don't pay attention to that, that doesn't make you cool. That makes you ignorant. That makes you an idiot. Because this is when, because look what happens when you're not political, when you don't pay attention, when you don't demand things from your representatives, when you don't go to your town hall meetings, when you don't teach your kids. We have to do better, and we have to open our eyes to what's going on. Because with a man like Donald Trump in office, if the government doesn't do anything to stop him, it's gonna have to be us. And when y'all not focused and y'all don't understand what's really going on, that's how we continue to get fucked.
Yes.
Come on now, this is Memphis, Tennessee. I am a man. Dr. Martin Luther King murdered in the city. For y'all to not be into politics, to not pay attention, to be thanking Donald Trump for invading the city when he doing something that they should have been doing. Come on now.
So don't believe your eyes, believe what it is that she's telling you. That's what she's basically saying. Yeah, I mean, he's doing exactly what needs to be done, but don't be happy about it because I'm telling you not to. It don't even make any sense. And the thing about it is that it's called marketing. The reason why he's putting up signs and you see that happening is because they're trying to turn people to their side. That's what they're supposed to do. Like, you know, it's all a part of it, especially in a democratic city. Some people just want to be the victim so bad.
This is a video for all of y'all that always say, yo, Trump always going after Democrat states. He don't ever go after no red states. Red states got problems with their cities too. He only going after Chicago's and Baltimore and LA and New York. He only talking about going there. He ain't worried about Memphis. Memphis is the #1 violent city in the United States. Well, what do you say now? He's throwing the Avengers at Memphis. Memphis is getting the whole shebang-a-bang. They getting everybody lockstep and battle. Like, they all locked in to take down Memphis and their crime issues. Because nobody's playing with this crime, which is why it looks so stupid for any other city to deny help from the National Guard or any type of federal agents that's going to come and help you stop crime. He won't send them to red states. He's sending them to Tennessee. But what's the problem in Tennessee? Memphis is a what state? I mean, a what city? A democratic city. So even if it's a red state, we're talking about individual cities that have problems. They're run by Democrats who don't take crime seriously.
Yes.
You got Brandon Johnson talking about the police department in Chicago is a sickness. Law enforcement is a sickness. You're a mayor saying that. So if you anti-crime, you would definitely take as much help as you could get, as many resources as you can get. But, you know, Democrats don't use their brain. They always decide that, you know, whatever Trump is doing, we're going to do the opposite, even if that hurts our civilians. And so now you're watching Memphis, where their mayor at least is competent enough to say, yeah, we're going to take this help.
You know why they're afraid to take the help, though, in those other cities? Is because if Trump look good and the people start seeing that, they're going to vote differently. That's why Brandon Johnson doing and acting the way he act and pretending like Chicago don't need the help.
This dude said the first step in fixing Memphis is to clean up the gang activity, and I don't agree. Gang activity is not the root of the problem, it's the result. It's the result of an underfunded environment. Lack of funding for the schools, lack of funding in the environment, lack of guidance, all that. When people got nothing to lose, they start building their own system of power.
You sound like he reading.
Yeah, niggas grow up with no fathers, no way out, so they start going to the people they think is getting it. So that's the drug dealers, the gang members, the people that look like they having it. This could all be avoided if the environments were just funded. Put money into the schools, put money into the after-school programs, put money into the people that live in the hood. I guarantee you the whole conversation would change. What is locking up criminals gonna do? Niggas get locked up every day, don't shit change. For the people wouldn't even be criminals if they had money in their pocket. if they had a different opportunity. And then you probably locking up these kids' parents, you feel me? So now another person is turned into a criminal. It's literally just a cycle. The same shit over and over again. It's time to like switch it up.
Follow me for more political shit. Why in politics? I can't even be mad at my dog. At least he trying, you know what I'm saying? He using his brain, but I'm gonna tell you why you wrong. You start funding these schools, funding these things, and I'm not saying that you can't, but if you start funding these schools, the only thing that's gonna happen is the YNs is gonna tear that shit up. You can't change the mentality of what's already been said. These YNs ain't gonna just change their mind and be like, oh man, we got opportunity now, I'm gonna go work for this shit. No, they're gonna try and get the quick money. They're gonna keep robbing and stealing because that's fast money, and more people are gonna be more licks. Now, the way you raise the value of schools is increasing the property tax, but the way you increase the property tax is that you got to increase the property value. The way you increase the property value is you got to remove the crime. So once the crime is removed out of there, the criminals, not the few that Memphis can pick up here and there, but I'm talking about the real hard criminals, they can do a sweep and get all of them off the street. You can start to see the regular people start to heal their community, and those property values start to go up. The people that own homes, the black people that own homes, once the crime is eliminated, their property value is going to go up, and businesses are going to be more incentivized to come into those communities to bring more money into those communities. That's how the shit works. The Democrats then brainwash you thinking that everything got to be fixed through stimulation, and that's not how it works.
Trump not bringing all these police down to Memphis to come and save us and all that shit. Don't ever think Trump give a fuck about us, my nigga. This nigga, the only reason he is doing this shit is because the nigga needs some motherfucking money so he can motherfucking put down these buildings and businesses down so he can make some money off of us, nigga. He not here to try to come save y'all, nigga. If you looking up a plan, a blueprint to put up some businesses in Memphis, and you need to raise some money and not use your own money so you can profit even more to get way more than if you use your own money, nigga, think about it. There's only one way you can do that shit. There's only one way as a president you can motherfucker just come up into a city and just raise some money off rip, my nigga.
How?
Especially in a fucking city full of fucking criminal activity. That's the first thing you do is rack up and get every ticket, nigga. We racking up tickets. Everybody going to jail because these niggas need some motherfucking money so they can put down these buildings. He ain't doing shit but trying to get as much money as possible. He trying to get past Elon Musk. He don't fuck with Elon Musk like that. He probably trying to destroy Elon Musk right now. He probably trying to raise some money to do something to his ass. We don't know what the fuck Trump got going, but
These niggas is lost, dog. Lost. Rich people make more money together than they do against each other. They usually keep feelings out of business. Rich people are about making money. That's all it's about. It's about the dollar. Number two, you ain't gonna make that much revenue off of broke motherfuckers in their tickets that they still ain't gonna fucking pay. It's not gonna be enough, dog. In order to be able to do what it is that you say he's doing, what he's bringing and building, you gotta eliminate the crime first. But what it does is it stimulates Memphis's economy because it creates jobs. Just like they did in Detroit back in the day, calling it the Motor City. When you stimulate Memphis, it creates jobs for the people that are citizens of Memphis, and then you can just get trained up and accredited to work those jobs. You're looking at it all wrong.
Hey, look, 3-6 Mafia said it best. If you ain't from my hood, you can get the fuck from around here. What I'm not about to do is about to allow y'all to invalidate my experience. Like, I live in the hood. It's stuff that I shouldn't be seeing on a daily basis, but I do.
Yeah.
It's things that I be experiencing here that I shouldn't be, but yet here we are. But then you got those that live here in Memphis, and y'all sitting here wanting to dispute the fact of why they here. Yeah, you're definitely part of the problem. Because see, what has been done previously? What has been done before? So let's just say if they wasn't here, then what?
Same shit.
Nothing but more content for y'all to keep posting on TikTok and Facebook. Oh, Memphis is not a real place. Memphis did nothing positive.
Yeah.
The stuff that we all been seeing. The reasons that they're here. So don't sit up here and try to tell me or try to make me feel bad off the fact that I'm getting a smidge of peace. Because I never said that this was going to be the thing that fixed the problem. I said that this was just going to be a bad day for what's happening. But right now, I'm finna enjoy this peace. I'm going to enjoy sitting out on my porch and people watching. I just came in from watching a daddy throwing a football with his kids. I ain't seen that in a long time.
Damn.
So I'm finna enjoy that. And y'all are not about to make me feel bad for it. Make Memphis great again.
And as you should, sister, as you fucking should. You see, the spell is being lifted off of the black conscience because we're starting to see for ourselves. Too long, the Democratic Party has been sitting out their little bots trying to convince us to believe what it is that they tell us and ignore what it is that we see.
So instead of going into communities and giving their schools funding in order to give their teachers enough resources so that they can teach the students to an adequate level and keep their students engaged because they have enough resources and time to do so. And instead of giving children free lunch and free breakfast so that they don't get distracted while they're in class, while their stomachs are grumbling and they're actually locked in and they can focus because they have food in their stomachs.
Bruh, they already got free lunch, my nigga. They already doing all this shit. I wouldn't say about the teachers, but it's not the teacher's job to get and keep children engaged. It's the parents' job. And so that's where all the problems start at. It starts with the parents in the home. These single mothers, they're the ones that's raising these YNs to act like this. There's nothing you could do about it. The teacher can't change that shit, bruh. You keep trying to say the same solution for the same problem, and they've been doing that, bruh. They've been doing that. These motherfuckers be liberal minded and don't even know what it is that they're saying. They're just parroting. Oh man, let me let them talk.
And instead of giving the city itself money to build up its infrastructure and have build up a public transit system and to give adults and children both places they can go whenever they just want to have fun. And they don't even want to give the police officers in these cities the funding that they need. And more funding. They're not even doing that. They're just sending military power straight to cities like Memphis, Chicago, and Portland. And that right there, the fact that they're going straight to military power shows that they don't really care about these communities. They don't want to help lower the crime rates in these communities and rise the overall income levels of these communities. They don't want to do none of that shit. They just want to put fear in people's hearts. And they want to push these people out so that they can gentrify it. You know what I'm saying? Put the people that they want to be put in there. And they want to put black and brown people back in prisons so that they can benefit from free labor.
So based off of your suggestion, we should just keep all the YNs on the street and let them continue to run them up. Because the way things were, even though it looked, feel, and is better today, is actually better. Right, these motherfuckers is brainwashed. Like, they don't even see what they... Like, bro, you got to do math, my nigga. 1 + 1 = 2. It don't equal 3, my nigga. It don't. It never will.
And that's what Make America Great Again really boils down to. Getting back to slavery. Getting back to black and brown bodies working in the heat for free. Breaking their back for free. And the crazy thing about all this is that white supremacy has fooled all these people into thinking that, oh, since the colors are going to be in the fields, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be straight. When in reality, you are going to be at the bottom of the barrel. Because once we're taken out of the equation, you're the only thing that's left at the end. And you are not going to have any kind of job.
What is the job that people in jail do? Make license plates? Like, are we in a license plate shortage? They're not doing any jobs that move humanity forward. It's not. I don't know what job. Do they have them doing IT work or mining for Bitcoin? I don't fucking get it, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
If you thought the immigrants were taking your job right now, can you imagine how it's going to be if they're able to put more black and brown people into these slave camps? You're not gonna have a job, dude. Like, what are you talking about?
What?
Any kind of production, any kind of thing that needs labor,
like what,
is gonna be either done by slave labor or robot and AI. So the middle class and lower class white man, white woman is gonna be completely displaced. And that's what we've been trying to get y'all to understand, but y'all don't want to listen. Centuries, y'all have not been listening for centuries. You wanted a racist politician to be put into power. That's a tongue twister. So you got to deal with the consequences of your actions, the consequences of your voting, bro. We not gonna be here to save you. We are not gonna be here to save you, bro.
These motherfuckers have a fear of nothing, dog. It's just people that are just parroting and fear-mongering Democratic talking points. Gotta wake up sometime, dog.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but on this episode of Why You Mad, CIA wins again.
Oh, God.
Black people are currently now upset that Memphis is safe. And black people in Memphis are not getting killed. They're saying that it is potential for gentrification just because the National Guard is there. I'm not realizing there's potential for gentrification in every black neighborhood because
Yes.
the property values are extremely low.
Yes.
As soon as somebody with a lot of money want to come in there and
They gonna buy it all up.
they
Yes.
Because
Yes.
guess what? Your family ain't finna buy it. And you might say,
Exactly.
wait, Paul, you don't know my family. I don't. I know my family's not finna buy it up. Not saying that we're poor, but generational wealth is not in our neighborhood yet.
Yes.
I hope to change that. But in mass, black people do not have generational wealth. We do not have buy up the neighborhood wealth. But we sit and we claim hoods that we don't own. And then we sit here and are upset at somebody from stopping other black people from getting killed. I think I don't know. They say I am a
Coon?
a raccoon. They say
They said the same thing about me.
I don't want black people to die.
They said the same thing about me.
I hate they tell me I hate us they say these things that I hate us. I'm not gonna say anything.
Love my people, dog.
I'm the one that is against black people to the fullest, apparently. Because I say we should have structure. We should hold ourselves accountable.
Yes.
We should focus on education. We should not let the government tell us what to do.
Yes.
And when I say let the government tell us what to do, I'm saying we should not buy into any political party and ask for a handout. We
Oh
should say,
my
okay,
God.
how do we educate ourselves collectively? How do we save our money collectively? How about as a group, we say, okay, we know how much this property costs. How long would it take us to afford it as a group? Maybe get together 100 people. Put it together and say, we'll collectively own this property. Then we'll collectively own this next property. We collectively own the next property. How about a conglomeration? I don't know. Maybe I'm talking crazy. I guess I'm the fool. I don't know. Send the National Guard to more places to stop black people from killing black people. And what's crazy is, if the National Guard can stop you from killing people, because the National Guard is not stopping in-progress murders. They're not. People are just not going out and murdering. That means you got some sense. You don't have to kill nobody. You be like, maybe I don't want to go to jail today, so I'm not going to kill nobody. But I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
They said the same thing about me, dog. Same exact shit. If you're not in code and in line and agreeing, bruh, I said this before, I say it again. I fuck with Donald Trump right now. But as soon as it suit me, I turn on that nigga in an instant, dog. I am not a tribalistic person to either one of these political parties because that's not how you play the game to win. When they guarantee to get your vote, they ain't gonna do shit for you. You gotta make them earn it.
It's so crazy that people hate that the National Guard has been deployed to all these different cities. The actual residents who live in these cities are feeling safer again, are able to take their kids out for a walk. Their kids are able to play outside without getting shot. People's packages are still outside after dark. And I don't understand why that's such a bad thing. And mind you, the people complaining are the people that live in these houses behind gates in a very rich neighborhood, which is great for them, you know what I'm saying? But there's no crime. The crime is low in those type of areas. So they wouldn't even know what the fuck they're talking about. But I've seen so many videos, I've even seen on the news that the residents of these cities are feeling safe.
Happy.
And just as an American citizen, you should be happy about that. You should want people to feel safe on the streets. You should want crime to go down. I don't know why you wouldn't want crime to go down.
I tell you why. Because they have marching orders to say everything that Trump does is bad. And they can't admit without staying on code that what Trump is doing in these cities is good. That's why.
Niggas think it's wrong for black people to feel safe in their own city. By now, most of you have seen this one creator by the name of D.D. Manning. That's her name on TikTok, who's from Memphis like myself, who recently, is making waves right now on TikTok because she said the National Guard and, the safety task force that's here in Memphis right now has quieted things down a lot. She says she loves the fact that her kids can play outside peacefully and not have to worry about too much of anything. And other Memphians have also spoke their truth by saying, hey, this is the first time I was able to walk to the store safely in over 2+ decades. And don't think for 1 second that black people in Memphis saying those things didn't come with backlash. Because you had these niggas. Yes, I'm making a distinction here. You got niggas out here that want to be like, what? You like the fact that the streets are safer? Oh, you're cool. They're bringing all this low IQ energy to the conversation. All this low IQ energy.
Facts.
And what it shows people like myself that's looking at this shit is that there's a lot of niggas in the black community
Yes.
that love chaos,
Yes,
love destruction, and they hate structure and order. If you're wondering why they love that shit,
they mama.
it's because, well, it's all they know. This is exactly how they was raised by the two ain't shit motherfuckers that got together one night and created another dumb motherfucker.
Yes.
Structure and order. They got raised in a household of dysfunction, no order, and just a free-for-all. Oh, you can just do whatever the hell you want.
Yep.
Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to you. These individuals had the nerve to attack this lady for telling the truth. For basically saying, yes, there is a noticeable difference in the streets of Memphis. And I'm glad she spoke out because I know I can't be the only one that has noticed a major difference. And I want to give her a very, very, very big shout out. DD Manning. I'm gonna tag her name down below. So if you want to go follow her, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you tell her I sent you. With all that being said, let me know what y'all think about all this. Make sure you like, share, and follow for more.
A purge is gonna have to happen because there is a difference between niggas and people of the black community who understands what it means to really be black. There was a point in time where our neighborhoods were safe, and that's when the fathers were a part of the home. Once the fathers were removed, that's when these niggas came around. They mama raising them to enjoy and thrive in chaos, and so that's all they know. They bring that outside. They bring it to the schools. They bring it to the stimulated community centers. They're gonna bring it to, the teachers that's getting paid more. They're gonna bring it everywhere. It's all in that mentality, and they're gonna continue to create chaos and destruction, and it's gonna be hard for you to create or build any businesses or any real stimulation inside of the government without crime being taken care of.
So damn bothered right now by all of these Memphis videos or DC videos, and because I'm talking about the military force being deployed and the cities feel safer. Part of me just want to scream. And then the other part of me want to be cerebral and logical. People, the problem with especially black folks or the individuals who are in these cities and that are impacted by unrest or impacted by the military force being there. The problem with us getting on these platforms and tipping our hat to this shit is not the outcomes. Let's just assume everything that they're saying is true.
All right.
In terms of the progress or the good shit that's coming out of it.
Yeah.
The problem with us getting on here and tipping our hat to this shit is that it validates this idea that the ends justifies the means.
Okay.
Meaning the outcomes justifies how you did it.
Okay.
If you had a family friend.
Hold on now. Before he keep going, that means that you would have to assume what the outcome is going to be. And nobody knows what the outcome of this is going to be. Even though it looks promising, nobody knows what the outcome is going to be.
Who was a convicted felon or murderer and was out or whatever. Somebody near and dear to your heart who was justice impacted. And the National Guard came to their work or busted in their house and dragged their ass out. Right? Not saying that's exactly what's going on now. I'm just saying. You would be like, damn, you ain't have to do it like that. You didn't have to go about it like that. And I think big picture, we are in.
But you see how he just glossed over it? Like, it's like, if he's a convicted felon and he not doing shit, that's one thing. But if he's a convicted felon that's terrorizing the fucking streets and they bust in and get his ass, I want him to make it hurt. You tripping.
Enabling the federal fucking government to come into our neighborhoods unscathed to handle shit in a very forceful, non-restorative way. That's the first thing. The second thing,
like, so should they come in with the flowers and candy? Hey, you know, Taquan, we saw the murders you did last month. You know, we brought some flowers and candy for your mom, and we wanted to see if you wanted to turn yourself in so that we could take you to jail and prosecute you.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
We just here to peacefully come and grab you. The fuck this nigga talking about?
can't be there forever. They can't be there forever. So whatever solution or outcomes that you're seeing right now, that shit is short term. We should be more invested in what resources are they putting there long term? How are they educating these people? What strategies are they putting in place so that the local government and the local schools and the local community organizations are equipped with the information and with the support that they need to continue this said trend?
Bro, you can't reform a YN. That motherfucker gonna be the way he gonna be to the day he motherfucking died, dog, until he learned a hard, valuable lesson, because that's how his mama raised him. You gotta think that you can't go against 12 years of programming from his mama and reform him after school.
I'm so bothered that we can't see that what's going on in Chicago and what's going on in LA and what's going on in Portland and what's going on in Memphis is all fucking connected. It's all connected.
Yeah, to single moms.
That's the connection. To be about immigration, and the other one is said to be about safety. But all of them involves the federal government using military force to come into cities and lawfully and unlawfully causing harm and creating unrest. We have to be smarter about getting on these platforms and tipping our hats to motherfuckers who, in our heart of hearts, they are showing us in real time they do not have our best interest at heart. And I'm not saying they can 100% in one direction, but if they will come in your city and arrest politicians, government officials, community organizers for protecting their citizens, protecting their city, what on God's green earth make you think that they won't come in your city and do harm to you, who is a normal person working at a Walgreens or a Walmart or is a local banker, and won't violate your damn rights all at the same time? We gotta be smarter, y'all. We gotta be smarter.
Bro, I get sick of these complaining ass niggas getting on the internet saying this stupid ass shit. What is the alternative, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? Is it to keep things just the same? Somebody come in and do some cleanup and then you gotta complain about that. That's all you do. You brainwashed, bro. You better wake up.
Everybody shut the fuck up. Hey, shut the fuck up. Let me tell you something right now.
If you made it this far, check out the video we just did where a woman says that today's guys, all they want to do is remove women's rights. Check it out.